Not very often you get to see that on my channel, is it?
Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Welcome to, well, not another, welcome to a first of comparison video series. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this game, Avenger, released in 1986 by Gremlin Graphics, and a follow-up to Way of the Tiger. This is an arcade adventure, think Gauntlet, that was a one-on-one fighting game. Now, the reason I'm going to do this on the Commodore and the Spectrum and the Amstrad is because I'm working on my setup, and I do hope to do more comparison videos featuring all three of these systems. I do want to say though, we'll stipulate that, you know, Playground Wars to me will always mainly be ZX Spectrum versus Commodore 64, because that's just how these things played out when I was a kid in my primary school. The Amstrad kids were always neutral. I'm wondering that was because they had their fingers in all the pies, or the best of both worlds, because they had the sharpness of the graphics of the ZX Spectrum, but they had the colour of the Commodore 64 when people programmed it properly. Now, I suck at this game, I suck then, I suck now, but it does mean I can do a comparison of it. Anyway, right, so basically, in the first game, this is the instructions. You proved your, you know, technical ability or your martial arts skills. In this game, you've got to prove your mental agility, because your faster father has been killed by the evil bad guy. That's what it says, your faster father. So that doesn't really bode well for me, because it kind of says, it's a lovely title screen, though, isn't it? It kind of says, well, therefore I'm slower, what can I expect? So it's an arcade adventure, top-down, aka Gauntlet, where you have to travel around collecting scrolls to, I think, finish essentially a dungeon. I don't know, I struggled to get off the first one, and that was then. And yeah, avoid bad guys, use shuriken until you run out and use your martial arts skills, and there's traps and stuff like that. And I remember it being really nice graphics. Basically, it's Gremlins Pop. Let me finish this statement, because I know what you're all thinking. Gremlins Pop, you know, a cut of some of the cash of the Gauntlet genre, because it was huge and everyone was doing these types of games. You had Hewson, who did Ranarama, didn't they, which was Gauntlet, but you were a frog. I know, it's a good game though. You had Into the Eagle's Nest, and obviously you had Gauntlet by US Gold. However, Gauntlet was programmed by these guys, Gremlin Graphics. I don't know how that worked. Did they get more money to be paid by US Gold to program that game than they would have if they bought it themselves, the license and program it, or could they not? If someone knows, please let me know. It's a really kind of mind bender that they wanted to make a Gauntlet clone game when they programmed a bloody good version of Gauntlet. Anyway, it's got pretty good reviews. This is the 128K version. So let's get into it. Space. Right, 0 start, 1 keyboard. Right, are we going to go with keyboard? No, we're going to go with Kempston joystick, because that then makes it fair across all the systems that I'm going to compare. Right, cool music, moderate title screen. Let's get into it. So Kempston, right, 0 start game. Right, so that's your health and stuff on the left, your keys bottom right, your object above that, me with my hand, I don't know, Vulcan and stuff, treasure to the left of that, and your shuriken to the bottom of that. So it says I've got 10, I've got no treasure, I've got no keys. Don't know what the deal is with the faces on the right. It's nice and colourful, but it's essentially monochromic when it needs to be. Oh. Now, if you press fire when you're standing, you don't do anything. It's alright graphics, I would argue it's better graphics than Gauntlet. If you press forward and fire in any direction, then you use your shuriken. Right, you can shoot through walls, which is kind of odd, but I like the graphics. Kind of quick, smooth scrolling. You got bridges, you got water, you got lovely detailed graphics. I mean, I would hope the scrolling's smooth, because obviously size of the screen. Oh! Now, when you run out of shuriken, you can use your, you know, kick them in the chop stuff. They lock on. Now, how many keys I got? I got 2. Now, I go into a dungeon. This is it. I get lost terribly easily because I don't know the correct sequence to use the keys, which has always been a pain to me. Oh, especially now and especially as a kid. But I did manage to finish chunks of it as a kid. Right, spiders. Sound effects are right. They're not, you know, they're not gonna Warp your tiny little mind. Enemies stay on the screen they're on. See that bottom yin and yang is, well, they're all ticking down. I don't know. I don't know what they are. In here, I think. There we go. Now, there should be, look, there's spikes coming in and out of the floor. I think the end of Flash Gordon would mean the Merciless and stuff. So keep forward press to time your way through it. I'm going to go right. No. That's a nice touch. I do like that. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, shizen. Right. Obviously, if I don't get through them quickly enough, they will kill me. Keys bottom right. There we go. Now, where do I go? This is it. I've got to get this right. They've got to make it count. Like I said, I really do think there's a charm to the graphics. There's better graphics in their version of Gauntlet. There's no denying that. Whether it's as fun a game or not, I mean, they tried to mix it up, haven't they? That's something else to be debated. No, we got to go right. Have we got to go right? Right. Ooh, can I get Shuriken back? Check out everywhere. I mean, that's the noise I expect spiders to make. Don't you agree? Okay, run around, look at him. Looks like he's having a seizure. More spikes. Treasure. I mean, that's up. Oh, that's me getting stuck. That's a high skull thing, isn't it, Treasure? It's a pain that they lock on and stuff because it means when you get to areas like this, it makes it rather difficult to fight them and progress. Gresh? Yeah, Sean Connery's just invaded the building. Spiders! Are they from Mars? I mean, you could argue, do you even need Shuriken? It does that. I mean, it scrolls around, but then it does that flip screen thing. Do you even need Shuriken if you can just kill everyone kicks? Probably because it's more fun to throw shit at people. Everyone liked to do that as a kid. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ah! Oh, they keep respawning. Alright. I've got keys. I'm pretty sure I go for Shah. And then I go for Shah. Although I should probably go back through Shah and check there's nothing left around. Ah! I'm stuck! And I'm not lined up with the door properly. I have that problem when I come back from the pub for obvious reasons. Move, 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 move. There we go. I would have liked some music in game. Just saying. A bit late now. Get on that, gremlin. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Your quest for the scrolls has ended in failure. Quan will suffer eternal inferno. Just to let you know, see, it really drums it in there. Treasure chest collected 17. Really? You have completed 0%. Press A key to continue. Right, well, let's have a look at the Commodore 64 version. So here we go with Avenger on the Commodore 64. This is running on my C64 Mini, so I know, excuses, I'm using that god-awful joystick, but nice title music. Would expect that to be better than the Spectrum. Completely different title screen. I'm not sure what Ming the Merciless is doing in the middle, but yeah, so let's crack into it. Right, so completely different layouts. I still got me with my Vulcan hand. You got the three people in the bottom left hand corner, and your health circles the bottom left hand corner. Spider. It's a bit. Oh yeah, I prefer your key layout. You know, on your treasure layout, but you know, it's nice and colourful. Got sound. I mean, this. They come continuously. This feels more like a Gauntlet game. Oh, I'm out of Shuriken already, but it's clearly harder. The layout, this looks really nice. I mean, already this is clearly better than the Spectrum, and I thought that looked alright. I've got Shuriken back. How do I get that? Ooh, I've got to get this right so I can get round about roughly the same, you know, level of, you know, entry. That was awkward. Into it, then far for the wall still, as I did on the Spectrum, and hopefully on the Amstrad. But this, no denying, controls are pretty nice. Enemies keep respawning. That's going to make things interesting, but yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. Do I go in there? I honestly don't know. Oh, fuck it. Well, it's got the spikes. Hey, you can see the spikes really well as well. No, I got a key. I didn't push screw myself. I really like this. I would prefer to play it on keys to get a rough indication of how it compared like that. Oh, run. You do the fire motion in the same direct way, which is you have to move, or press a direction, I should say, to fire. It's clearly a lot harder than the Spectrum version. And that wasn't exactly a walk in the park. Come on, I have to get as far. It's got that. It mixes that up, doesn't it? That's interesting. What's this? That you have around about, I don't know, is that a memory thing? Scrolling amount, and then, oh please, how many keys I got? 5. Oh, I'm looking at the bottom right hand corner of the screen and they're just coming and killing me. 4. I like this. Do you know what? I always like to defend the Spectrum and stuff like that, but I got no problem saying that this is better. Oh, Jesus! Harder, faster, better looking, brutally harder, but better. Sorry, Spectrum. Hey, I mean, I'm recognising the layout of the levels. How many keys I got? I got 3. So, a spider's in there. I'm going to go this route. I'm going to go down Shah. Oh, this is different. Look, a door without a door on it. That's kind of nice. Otherwise known as a hole. That's kind of cool. I like that. Should have probably gone that way on the spec. Look. They lock onto you to such an extent that if you just put Jesus, not Jesus, although Jesus will save you. It is in the Bible. Put the wall between you, then they can't get in. Not much of it's a deterrent, because they will get in, or they'll probably just spawn underneath you. I don't really know how to read my health. That's every version. Yay! Lucky Ninja's got a pain threshold. It's quite high, isn't it? Oh, shh! There we go. Are we on new territory now? Oh, how many keys? I got 1 key. Use it wisely. He chose poorly. I'm running away. It's the future. Seriously, look it up. Cowardice. Cowardice. It saves lives. Last key. This is probably, I've probably screwed this up now. This is why I always struggled with it back in the day, was using the keys correctly, because you can exhaust them all, and then you're bollocksed. Right. Hey! I think I'm bollocks, aren't I? See, this is it though. It does all tend to start looking similar, and I don't know where I've gone or where I should go. Maybe I should get a white stick. Someone has to get that quote, or I'm never going to stop saying it. I'm probably going in circles now. Yeah, I haven't got a key. Do you know what? It's Avenger. Feels very much like Avenger does on the Spectrum. It just looks better. It's smoother. The scrolling is a lot smoother. I don't know what that does. That's Shuriken. I want bloody keys, not Shuriken. But yeah. It's not something you'd expect. Smoother scrolling on a Spectrum is what you normally expect. Brutally hard, though. Thank God I got a massive health. Hey, the ladies love my massive health. I don't want treasure. Yeah, get some of that. You think you're safe between your walls? Would be nice to flip between weapons and, you know, Shuriken. Oh, the spikes are different colours. But the ambassador is really spoiling us. Point to the quote. Right, I'm probably going around in circles, so we'll load up the Specky, the Amstrad version in a minute. Not often I get to say that, is it? Right. To be fair, it's a maze game, which is why I'm shit at it, because I'm shit at all maze games, and yes, I am aware that I'm going in the same direction now. Right, well, let's fire up the Amstrad CPC version and see how that compares, because I'm guessing that will look a lot more similar to the Spectrum version, possibly with more colour, depending on what sort of conversion they did. So it'll be interesting to see how that compares, you know, to the Commodore 64 version as well. So yeah, to the Amstrad. Trolling Batman sign. So here we go with Avenger on the Amstrad CPC. there was obviously a 64 and 128 version of this game. But now, obviously, here's where I said Amstrad kids are always neutral at school. We find out how neutral you are. My understanding of the Amstrad is very, 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 very limited. It either ported Spectrum games or did its own thing, but spared very, or had very similar architecture, and obviously had the same sound chip, which is what you can probably hear now. So by all means, hold off on me. This is my first comparison video using a game on the Amstrad. Anyway, so let's get into it. This will be really, really interesting to see. Right. Game start, level start, looks very much like the Spectrum. It's very, very colourful. Your layout of the screen at the bottom is exactly the same as is the left-hand side of the screen with your health and your whatnot, and the three people on the right who I assume are bad guys or something, but the bottom one looks like the bad guy from the Thunderbolts puppet show. Is it a smaller screen than the Spectrum? I don't think so. It's kind of basically a port of the Spectrum that's colourised. As I said, my understanding of Amstrad architecture is quite limited, so by all means correct me. Controls exactly the same as both versions. You have to press forwards and fire to throw your shuriken. That would be the same for kicks. I don't know if I would say the scrolling is quite as smooth as the Spectrum. Bollocks, I wasted one, but certainly very colourful, certainly better graphics than the Spectrum, if only it's basically colour in between the lines version of the Spectrum. But yeah, this looks lovely. Definitely better graphics than Gauntlet. Right, where am I going? Screen now, it's exactly the same. Scrolling's not amazingly smooth, but then I said it's probably just exactly the same on the Spectrum. Commodore beats both of them in scrolling, that's for sure. Now I have to round up 3 ways. Oh, awkward. Right, so where am I going to get keys? I do like this. Commodore is the looker over this. Sorry, Amstrad kids, but I'm a Spectrum kid and I can say that. Commodore's a looker over this and the Spectrum version. And also it's got smoother scrolling. I mean, if it wasn't for that god-awful joystick, I'd probably give you a better opinion. I'm lost already. Some things are pretty much the same over all 3 versions of the game. Water. Right, so we want to go, no, not in there. Shah. Dungeons. Let's see what the dungeon looks like. Is there anything else? Am I just going in short circles? Should I get a white stick? Gotta keep saying it till you get it. Should probably not waste those. It's what, they don't all lock on then? Right, anyway, let's go into the dungeon. I probably would have played it more back in the day if a magazine did a map for it. Right, door 1. There we go. Spikes are far easier to see than the Spectrum version and the Commodore version, to be fair. Come up. There we go. Key, treasure. I don't like scrolling. I really don't like scrolling. Keys 5. Right, so I've got to remember where I was going. Move, ninja boy, move. Go, ninja, go. See what I did there? Move, ninja boy, move was the B-side when they hadn't really worked out what they wanted to do. True story. As in, I just made it up. Is it? It's got to be Shah, hasn't it? There's nowhere else to go. It does seem to make the grounds kind of limited in the sense that just wander around, but we're just taking up space. That's all versions. That's a lot of games like this, to be fair. Maybe I'll do some more of these, sort of Gauntlet clones like Ranorama and stuff. Anything up Shah? No, I would go in anyway. No. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the scrolling. Commodore definitely wins on that one. Spiders! I'll be gross kicking a spider in the face, what with all his eyes and shit. Oh, massively messy. That's what Frodo or Bilbo or one of them should have done. Right, 3 keys. Doesn't, I don't know, but the adding of colour doesn't make it that much easier to tell where I'm bloody going. Give me a black and white Tom any day of the week. No, not in there, not this time. Got you now. Right, don't need to go up. I can remember that there's nothing there. It should be a spider in this room and a generating hole. For once, not every hole a goal. Right. Look at they jump. I'm going in here. You haven't really got time to think. To be fair, that's on all versions. Keys? Oh, I've got no keys. What have I missed? I've missed something. I've gone somewhere incorrectly. We might have to restart in a minute. Scheisenballs. Right, we're going in there next time. So apparently when they're running away, you can't kick them in the back. It won't let you. It doesn't like it. It's not cricket. Should have gone in there. Should have gone to Specsavers, shouldn't I? I think so. Why? I'm sure I did this. Obviously, you get to watch it in a different perspective than I did, but I'm sure I did it, you know, the same manner or such that I did it on the Spectrum and the Commodore. We'll have one more go at this. So give me a sec. I'm just going to reset and load it back up. Right, let's try that again. Obviously, if you're watching this, I probably did something really stupid, but I'm pretty sure I didn't deviate that much from the gameplay on the Spectrum and the Commodore. Anyway, let's find out this time and try something a bit different. Right, there we go. Right, so where was it? I gotta get keys. I really wish I said that on all versions that it gave me a option to switch between Shuriken and I can't even remember where I got the keys from now. And kicking, because I don't know if you got bosses and you really need the Shuriken for them, but you're just gonna. It's really finicky. You're just gonna use them up. Doesn't take much of a world for me to get lost in, does it? I get lost in a kebab shop, to be fair. Hence what I'm doing now. What was that, treasure? I don't know. Was that keys? 2. I got 2 keys. Does it give me less keys? Is that what's going on, Shah? That's the only dungeon to go in on the right, is it? Alright, that's a bit shit, isn't it? Ah, shot you through your wall. Go in there. Move forward, move forward. Treasure and a key. And a key. Right. I can't read it, the font. The colour, it does nothing. I have to say, one thing about the Spectrum is it's a little bit easier to see what's going on because it's not colourful, if that makes sense. I think I've worked out what's wrong now. He says. Right, I've got to get into... Where was the other dungeon? Up there. Up Shaw. There we go. Got it. I think I'm cooking on gas now. So it was me being a tard. Oops, that might have been... I've got a movie for you, Fatty. A fridge too far. Point for that quote. Right. What keys have I got? 3. Not going in there. Maybe I am going right. Maybe I've got enough keys to do it this way now. This bottle kind of fucking... Does raid work on spiders? I don't know. I like spiders. When people freak out because they got spiders in their room, I like it because it means... Because I live, you know, there's fields behind my house. You get flies and shit when you have to open your windows in summer. Spiders are fucking friendly. They're useful. Tips from Dave. 1 key. This could be a waste. Yeah, oh no. Well, where am I going to get the keys from? I don't know. There's obviously an element of memorisation in this for sure, isn't there? Of trial and error, working out where you go. Anyway, I got Shuriken back. What do? They just regenerate? Anyway, let's round up. I honestly, I never thought I'd say this. I don't want to. The Commodore 64 is the best version. It's the smoothest scrolling. It's the best music. It just looks nice. It's the same layout. It feels a little bit different because of, you know, I guess the resolution and the size of the screen. Next, do you know what? And again, we'll find out how neutral the Amstrad kits are. There's no denying, because this is colourful and there's no attribute class and stuff like that. That's very impressive of it compared to a Spectrum, and I'm guessing it is a colour-wise version of the Spectrum. It's just a little bit easier to see what's going on, and I swear the scrolling is smoother, but a little bit easier to see what's going on the Spectrum, I would say. Anyway, so there you go. Commodore Spectrum, Amstrad. By all means, I would play nice. This is my first, you know, 3-way comparison. I would love to know what you think on all three of the versions, and like I said, I plan on doing some more of these. I just need to fiddle with my setup, so don't expect anything immediately. And yeah, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.